You might check with the levels look good. What's going on, guys? What's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome. I'm a little tired. Want to get that clear today. My energy levels is down today, and I just ate, so like double. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see what time it is. 8 on the dot. Let's wait for another minute or two before we start. A lot of dope stuff happening in the market. We topped out today at what? 118. We went to 126. And John G, if you're in here, I don't see this going down right now. You'll make another purchase. Still making higher lows. Let's see. See what time is it right now? Okay, give another minute. 02. 8:03 we start. So another 53 seconds we'll start. I don't know. Gotta wait and see, man. The fact that it's giving higher lows, I don't know. I'm definitely gonna buy some more. Like it's not that much of a difference when you do the math. Like you're getting one coin for every what? You're getting one extra coin, I think like for every 8 coins, something like that. At the current price. If you wait for 85 cents, you're getting one coin. It's like a 15 cents different, right? So you're getting one coin for every one. Something like that. Like for every 7 coins, you get one more. Waiting for 85 cents. It's not no crazy difference. This food for thought. I don't think I am. So guys, let's start this party. Let's get into this other news. So guys, welcome to Vice Trading's Academy's daily isolation session. In this session, what we do is we go over 9 pairs excluding XRP and Apple, right? They're just there. But let me take them out so we don't get confused. So we go over these 9 pairs on the right hand side of your screen. We are looking for potential setups um, for us to isolate and put to the side to execute a late London, early New York session, right? That's the session that I primarily trade. And that's what we do here, right? And there's another 2 live sessions that you guys should be taking advantage of, which kind of like piggybacks off this, which is the daily live trading room where we taking these trades live, that we setting up, points of interest to execute, and also the Sunday market breakdown, which is Sundays at 9 a.m. Eastern, and the daily live trading rooms at 7 a.m. Eastern, right? So make sure you take advantage of these other free live sessions kind of to get the full picture of how we do things here. So let's get this party started. I don't know. What will you be missing? How many coins? Do the math and see if it's worth it. Because missing the opportunity, you're going to spend more and you're going to get less than what you're getting now, right? That's just what I'm thinking. Like 1,400 coins difference. That's what I'm saying. How many coins difference? You talking about 4,000 coins difference? I don't know. But then if it doesn't go that low, and you're gonna have to purchase. You're gonna have to purchase at a higher, and you're gonna get less. So trading is about greed, bro. No matter what, you're still gonna be good. So all right, guys. So let's start with AU. So let's start from the top to bottom, right? A top to bottom, I only do on Mondays. So if you're not here on Monday, if you catch on the classes on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, I'm not doing a top to bottom again. I already know what's happening. I know what to look for during the week. So there's no point for me to do a top to bottom again, right? So make sure you guys, tune in on Mondays. Monday is the most important class, if you ask me. So AU right now we in A2 heading down. We in the second zone of consolidation heading down on a daily time frame on the overall market makers pattern. Right now our daily time frame is down, right? So we have A2 meaning down, right? We still got the zone of consolidation to break through this daily low, right? And create that next level of drop to peak low before it turns around, right? So we in daily down. Also why? Because we're trading between this high and this low, right? We haven't broke above, we haven't broke below, but overall the trend is down, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, or equal high, technically equal high. And everything that's happening in here is called internal structure, right? So this internal structure is just consolidation. It's just chopping up and down, right? And right now we can see where we're going. So right now the daily is still down. If the daily was up, we in order for the daily to be up, it has to break above the highs, right? For us to know that we're up, right? But right now it's still down, right? So that's what we want to see. So next time frame, 4 hour market structure, right? Our 4 hour market structure is the skeleton of the daily market structure, right? So write that down. It's major key alert, right? As you can see, this this pull up on the daily is made of higher highs and higher lows in a lower time frame, right? With a pullback to continue, right? So make sure you understand these things, right? So right now we can see that we were at the top, right? This 4 hour market structure was creating higher highs and higher lows until we had to change the character up here. We have a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high. It's confirmed that that was a break, that it broke above. Yes, that's a higher high. And after the higher high, we pushed and we broke the low to make a lower low. right? So we know that our 4 hours also down, right? And that's what we want to see. So now we drop to our 30-minute time frame. And again, our 30-minute time frame is the skeleton of the 4 hour, right? So these pushes to the bottom, the blue pushes to the bottom, as you can tell, has internal, the market structure, right? Is lower lows, lower highs this whole time. Then a pull back to make higher highs and higher lows and higher highs, right? Then we had a change in character to come down. We had a change that went up, and now we're back to lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? So we know that the 30-minute was down. Now, got to the point where here we were trading between this daily zone. Well, we're still trading between this daily zone. So technically our 30-minute is down. Everything that's happening in between this high and this low is called internal structure to the 30-minute structure, right? So anything that's happening here is, it's just chopping. It's a form of consolidation. But we have to keep intact what our 4 hour structure looks like, right? What I mean by that is, remember, this is a machine. The machine is in pieces, right? So right now, right, we have this lower low, right? After a push to the bottom, or after a run to the bottom, comes what? Comes a pullback. So right now we should be expecting this 4 hour pullback to make this lower low to the lower high to the lower low. Meaning we should be expecting price to make this lower low, lower high to lower low, right? To continue all these patterns that you see here. This is what we're waiting for. So with that being said, where should I be looking for my breakout structure retest? Right? Price, just like price broke below here, price broke below here, right? Now price broke below here, right? So think about it. Price broke below, came back, retest. Price broke below, came back twice, retest, right? Price breaks below, we wanted to retest to come down. So this is where I have my 4 hour retest, right? This is where I have that. So this is a target for me, right? What are targets in our group? POIs, points of interest. So this is my point of interest when price pushes back, right? I have an alert already set up. Then when price touches this line, it's going to give me an alert for me to come to my charts. It's not an entry signal. I want to make sure that we really understand that, we really grasp that, right? We're not saying that these points of buys are entry signals. These points of interest are points of interest. So I have an alert already set up, right? So price gets up to here. This is where I want to start participating, right? I'm going to bring it a little bit down because I want an early signal, right? Meaning I want to come before it touches, because sometimes, right, we go over this all the time, right? I'm going to do it again here. So let's say this is the line that we're waiting for price to retest. There's three things that could happen, right? Price could come, retest, and move, right? This is textbook what should happen, right? What we want to happen, right? I'm going to do it again. Price to go like that, to come and continue, right? This is one of the options that we have, right? This is the best option, right? It's the clearest option for you to know where you're going to take an entry, where you're going to be looking for your other lower time frame entry signals for you to take a trade, right? But we know that the market doesn't roll like that. Market could give us that nice entry or that nice touch the point of POI, or miss it and continue, right? Come short of the POI, right? This is another thing that can happen. That's why you have other entry signals to let you know when to enter, right? This is just a point of interest, right? Then another thing that can happen, price could come up and then go down. So there's three different variations of what could happen around this point of interest, right? But that doesn't mean that one price, this is why I say, just because price touched the line doesn't mean you take an entry, right? There's another set of rules, of entry rules. This is just higher time frame, points of interest, where is my target? These are targets. When price reaches these targets, then I have another set of rules for me to take a trade. There's another set of entry criteria that need to match up for me to take a trade, not just touch a line, right? I want to reiterate, say that shit 1,000 times, right? You're some Muhammad. So yeah, so with that being said, so we understand market structure, what needs to happen, right, in the 4-hour chart. So what makes up that 4-hour chart pullback is 30-minute market structure, right? So this is why we have this high and this low. And if you're just going by this internal structure, right, this is where you get faked out at all the time. When will this price turn around? Right? Some of you may say, well, price already turned around because based on this market structure, right, we have a change of direction, a change of character that happened, right? You will say, well, Eric, here we broke out of the high, so we have a change of character already, and we're looking for this to then come down. So no, that's not true because we have a high of the zone and we have a low of the zone, right? Nothing here has broken that zone. This low has not been broken, right? This is a test candle, it's that red candle. I'm gonna zoom in for you guys. Let me delete all this so we understand, right? This was the high. Let me get my 30-minute market structure up. So here's the push that broke the last structure, right? Push started from here, boom, made a low, right? Price pulled back. Price came back to the low. Did it break these lows? No, it did not. Why? There's two rules that need to happen when we have a broken of the low, right? If we have a candle that goes down, right? Let's say this is a red candle, right? There's two things that need to happen. Price breaks. If price wicks and closes below, is this a break? No. Why? Because the wick is still touching the line, right? And there's times that price touch, comes back up, make this a green candle, right? Next time, price came, closed down here. Is this a break of structure? However, price closed below all the other ones. No, why? Because it's still touching the line, right? For it to be a break of structure, price needs to break, the candle breaks, and the confirmation candle is the following candle. It needs to A, close below the previous close, and 2, cannot touch the line. So this has a wick that didn't touch the line. Now, if the wick was this way, Eric, would this be a break? No. Why? Because it's touching. It cannot touch. So it has to have two things. Close below and not touch. Simple rules. And if you notice, all these candlesticks here, this one closed below, green candle touch, right? Nothing. This one closed below, then came back up. This one closed below, right? Then we have a doji candle, right? That doji did not close below, it's not touching. Notice it has to have two things. It didn't close below, but it's not touching Eric, but didn't close below. So that's not a break. This one in this situation, did it close below? No, closed above, right? That green candle. And notice how none of them did this, that specific detail, right? These are the fine details of trading that, you know, how to learn. You got to learn. Everything else, this is how they get you. Everything's good, Muhammad. Can't complain, my brother. A little tired because I just ate, but it's all good. It's all good. No, we have a one-on-one tomorrow. So yeah, guys, just so you guys know, join the Discord. There's free one-on-one classes. You want to brush up on anything, you want to ask questions, sign up. Go to the free Discord, and there's free one-on-one classes. Right on the Discord, you go into one-on-one. You can request with myself, Eric, or Mr. Lewis, Jumper, right? Easy or Jumper. You go over here. There's going to be a link. Oh, I'm sorry, not there. You go there, there's going to be a link. It's going to take you to the calendar. You're going to see the spots that are available, and you just request it from there, and it's free, right? So take advantage of that. So I'll see you tomorrow, Mr. Muhammad, for sure. So now this is what I mean, that we're trading between this high up here and this low, and we haven't broke below. That's why we're still down. Even though you have an internal change of character, that's not a change of character with the overall market structure, guys. So in that situation, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for price to give me that turnaround, right? So price could come back, retest that 4 hour. This is what I mean about the internal, right? We have this 4 hour, and how does this pullback looks in the lower time frame? This pullback is going to look like lower low, lower high. It's going to look like this until it comes here, and then we'll do this, right? This is what it's going to look like in the lower time frame. In this 4 hour time frame, how it's going to look like? It's going to look like it looks like for right now. It's going to make that low. It's going to pull back to make that lower high and then continue to the lower low. But this is what it's made out of internally. This is the sauce. This is the secret, right? It's no secret, but people may think it is. But this is what's happening. This is what I'm waiting for. You guys ask me, E, what are you waiting for? I'm waiting for all this to take place. Because again, the 30-minute structure is the skeleton of the 4 hour structure. So if I understand where the bigger moves are, right, where the bigger moves are, I understand my smaller moves, right? Once I was told how you eat a pizza pie, right? A pizza pie, one slice at a time. These are the slices of the big pie, right? And we could eat a slice at a time. Absolutely. I eat slices at a time. I don't want to eat the whole pizza pie. I'm not a swing trader. A swing trader wants to eat the whole pizza, gobble it all up. A day trader, I take a slice a day. I'm gonna get full regardless. I'm gonna get full. I'm gonna eat one slice a day. I'm gonna get full, right? So some people swing trade, likes the whole pie. Day traders like me, daily swings. They trace off the lows to the highs or off the highs to the lows. We eat a slice at a time of this big picture. Some people hold for a couple of weeks. Some people hold for a session. Some people hold for a day, right? So it all depends on your trading strategy and how you trade. Just so happens that our trading strategy, we're day traders. We eat a piece of the pie per day, once per day. So I hope that makes sense. That's my gems for today. I'm not gonna break everything down into this type of breakdown, right? Overall, I'm gonna be talking about it, but I'm not gonna be showing it every single pair like this because it'll take 2 hours, right? But just so you guys understand exactly the bigger picture, what are we doing and how we do it, right? I'm not gonna draw everything, but you pretty much know, right? So right now I'm waiting for that pullback, that 30-minute pullback, right? To get to the top, give me a change of character on a 30-minute chart to come down as long if it doesn't break that high, right? It cannot break above here, right? Well, it can a little bit, right? Not too much, but it cannot break above here. I don't want it to break above here, right? I want price to give me these higher highs, higher lows appear, and then start coming down. Once I get that change of character, once I get that break of structure retest, this is where I want to take my trade. But I need to wait for all these things to develop and happen before I start committing my funds to this chart, to this pair, all right? So with that being said, that's the play, right? And again, there's three different things that can happen. I want to remind you, there's three different things, right? What I mean by that, price could easily just come here and then start dropping, right? That's one thing. Or price could do what we want it to do, tap the line and come down. Or price could go a little bit above the line and then come down, right? Because again, like I said, price will come, tap and come, right? Or price will not do that, right? Price will break, come above and come down, right? Could be symmetrical, right? Or it could be lower. Price will just come down, not tap the line, and then continue going. So you need to be able to anticipate all three variations of what could happen, right? But the cleanest one if it touches, right? So today was a day of rise. I'm still going to be watching this. Still going to be watching this. We had a week of drop, right? I want to have this to drop to. So we could be setting up the high of the week today to then continue the party. That's what I want to see. So AU, I'm going to be watching it. Right now, here are all my alerts. Right here are all my alerts. Here's where price broke structure. Here's where I want price to retest, to come down. If it's a 30-minute retest, remember this, this blue one is a 4-hour BOS. We have 30-minute retest. We have this lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Everything here never broke below, just test. So where would it need to retest? The last lower low. So this will be a point of interest for me. The retest, this lower high that would happen here, I could turn that off because that's what I was waiting for. I don't need that anymore. It went above already, right? So there's only two places that I want to see. It could retest from here, retest from here, or retest from up here. Those are my three targets I'm going to be aiming for. So today price could easily retest here. If it gives me all my other entry signals, we'll be able to start participating. If not, if price goes above and comes all the way up here, we need to wait for our entry signals to happen here. If not, then price come up here, wait for our entry signals. And what are these entry signals? You see them all in my 5-minute chart. These are my entry signals that I need to confirm before I enter a trade. And these are the things we go over in the daily live trading room. So make sure to join that at 7 a.m. Eastern, New York Standard Time, where we take these trades when they reach our points of interest. Most of the pairs are moving counter, only AU and UC. Correct. But they're moving counter to the setup. And this is why I went over this. Because all those counter are setting up the same way. We just need to wait. Right? So we understand this already. So I'm still watching that. Right? EURCAD. Right? When we look from the top on EURCAD. Right? Turn everything off. Where are we in EURCAD? V1 all the way up. V1 heading up. Right? We're technically not in V1. We're technically in level 1 rise. So let's move this. Level 1 rise. We broke out of the consolidation here. Right? We were trading between this high and this low, and we broke out. Right? So now we're trading between this high and this low. Anything that's happening here is internal structure. Level 2 rise. You're right. Sorry. Level 2 rise. Thank you for that. So we're in level 2 rise, right? First level of rise, consolidation, level 2 rise. So right now we're dealing with this pullback for the continuation for right now, right? So we heading up. We got that. My 4-hour chart, right? We had a previous 2 weeks of drop. So the expectation for this week is for us to get a new low for the week, right? But let's keep something in mind. We have had gaps in the market. Had a gap here. We had a gap here, right? We had a gap here. So we had a gap all three. When we have gaps, we understand those are resets, throws it off. So there's an expectation that it could go down, yes, but there's also an expectation that it can go up. So remember, the gaps are used to throw us off. If it was no gaps, we knew what it was. The fact that there's gaps, it could go up, right? And it's signaling up. As of right now, it's signaling up. So when we look at the 4-hour market structure, our 4-hour market structure is down. Right? We were in this chop between here and here, and price did what? Price broke below. So this is why our 4-hour is down. When we look at our 4-hour zone, right now we're trading between here and here. In order for 4-hour to be up, price needs to break above here. Right? So technically price needs to come from here in the 4-hour, come up, break above, retest, right? Do this, the 4-hour for us to be up. Similar to what it did here. It has to do this type of behavior here for us to be up. Because at one point in time, price was trading between here And here, price needed to break out above for us to move up. So we need that type of behavior. So right now, our daily is up, our market structure, our market makers pattern is up, but our 4 hour is down. Right? So we have confluence 1, confluence 2, no confluence on this one. Right? One of the other things is we had a previous 2 weeks of drop, so we should be expecting a new low for the week before the push party to the top side. Now let's break down 4-minute change of character. I don't know, 4 minutes, 4 hours. Shouldn't be there. Why is it there? 4 hours. It's up here. It's not there. That's breaker structure retest to go down. Right? So 30-minute chart. Right? Yesterday was a good day if you were trading EURCAD. Why? Because we had a previous 2 days of rise. Today was easy. We're gonna get a new high for the day before push back down. Right? And we ended up the day with a rise. So this was an easy trade. Right? Why was it easy trade? What was our market structure? Right? We had lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, higher low. Right? Push up to make that higher high. We have this higher low, and we have this higher high. Pretty good market structure here. Pretty good. Price came back, retest where it broke structure at. Right? Retest, and then push right off it to make a new high before coming back down, which is okay. Reversal, New York City reversal, 9 a.m. swap, back into consolidation. It was a gap at 142. Yep, good call. We ain't gonna talk about it here, but definitely there's a gap back in the day, so gotta push back up. Those breadcrumbs that they leave behind for us, for those who know and are following along, right? So now we had a 3 days of rise. After 3 days of rise, the market must chop or drop. I'm not playing this one today, right? I'm gonna leave it green still. Why? Because I want to signal myself, right? These were the alerts that I had yesterday, right? So it was breaker structure retest on it to continue the rise, right? Very easy, right? So turn this off. I'm not going to be looking to trade this to the top side today. I'm going to leave it green, right? Because we have a 3 weeks, 2 weeks of drop. I'm expecting that third week. So this is just a reminder, Eric. There's either 2 days or 2 weeks or 2 months when it's green. So I'm leaving it green until it completes that. EURUSD from the top. So when we're looking at this market structure, well, start with the market makers pattern, right? We in V1 on the way up, right? We're trapping this consolidation zone. This is the high. This is the low of the consolidation. Everything inside here is internally to this daily high and this daily low. So this daily zone, right? So until we don't break below here, we're not down, and when we break above here, we still heading up. Because right now we still heading up, right? Our 4 hour. Well, we could even this. I'm not fixing this just yet because again we're waiting for that pullback. So we don't know if this run is already finished until it starts giving me a pullback. So this is why it's still blank here. I haven't put in the line. So we have a previous 2 weeks of drop. So the expectation for this week is again a new low before that push up. We can also see that week 1 had a gap, which we know what gaps are. Gaps are reset. So this doesn't count. This counts as week one. This doesn't count as week one, technically speaking. But can they still use the gap and disguise it as a 3 weeks? Yes, they can. I just don't trade it when they try to disguise it. I want crystal clear trades, right? So V1 up, our daily is up. Now, when we're looking at our 4-hour structure, our 4-hour structure is down, right? We broke these lows to make lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So right now we're in a lower low, right? We're trading between this zone. So in order for my 4-hour to switch to the top side, I need a change of character up here to change to the top side, higher high, to give me a higher high. Until it doesn't give me a higher high, our 4-hour is still down, right? So that's my 4-hour change of character right here. So when the 4-hour comes above there, I know that we're good. I'm going to add an alert. Euro USD 4-hour CHOCH. All right, create. Now I know when price goes above here, I'm going to get that alert for me to know, okay, we switched around on the 4-hour. Perfect. We should be waiting for that change of character, that pullback to retest, for that continuation to continue happening, right? That's the plan. All right, now we break it down to the 30-minute time frame, right? Sorry about that. Our 30-minute time frame, what do we have? Do we have price that changed over? Right? We had all these lower lows, lower highs, right? Then we had this higher high to cause that change, higher low, lower high, lower low, right? Change the character to the low side, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Notice this is the last lower high, this is the last lower low. So we're trading between that zone, right? And everything here is internal structure, right? So why? Because we didn't continue. We had this lower high, higher low, higher high, right? But we didn't break this high, the previous high, right? So everything inside here hasn't shown us that we starting to go up. It's still showing down. Once price breaks above this 30-minute changes a character, that's when I know that, hey, this is pushing up. It's time to attack, right? Because right now we at the bottom of the daily. What I like about this trade, well, this section, is once the daily zone start matching with the 4-hour zone and start matching with the 30-minute zone, these are places that the structure holds, right? When everything matches, right? For it to break out of these zones will take a lot of momentum, take a lot of money in the market to push to break out of all these zones, right? So this floor starts to be a very concrete floor, right? Where price will push up. So I'm waiting for price to push above. As simple as that. When I get this alert that we pushed up, then I want to trade. Trading inside here, price could continue to push down a little bit before pushing up, right? We still have all this space. This could be, if you're not careful, this could be the 4-hour lower high to push to a lower low and then to start coming up on the 4-hour. So this is why I want to wait. Again, notice the far. If I take this 30-minute away, right, this could be the pullback and then could push down. Then we need to wait for price to change up here, to go up, to come down. This could be what the 4-hour chart would look like. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Why these moves you have to wait, right? I want to wait for that 30-minute to switch over first. Once that 30-minute switches over, I know that I'm good. Until then, we still showing down on the lower time frame. And if do I want an early signal, right? Do I want to risk early being wrong? No, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it. I want to risk money when my probabilities are better. So if I have this This is my 30 minute, right? Meaning let's make this red so we understand. If this is continuation of all this red instead of moving down, then I know that this pullback that's supposed to happen. I want that. I don't want that. Then this pullback that's supposed to happen, it's just gonna break above here. It's gonna start coming back to the top side. So I want that to happen. That happens, get that change of character on the 4-hour time frame to retest and continue this 4-hour time frame. That's what I want to happen. This to line up my 30 minutes to start lining up with a 4-hour bias to target these highs. I want that 30 minutes to target these highs and break these highs so we can have a change of character on the 4-hour time frame. All right, so this I'm still going to be looking at it, right? What I don't like is, again, we have 2 weeks of drop. There's a lot of mixed signals in Euro USD and the previous one. A lot of mixed signals, right? So I want everything to start lining up, and it's not. But I'm still watching it. Why? Because again, it's green, 3 weeks. That's my expectation. GJ. So I love GJ. It's last week. I know Friday. A lot of niggas took a lot of hits. A lot of dudes trading this long took some hits last week. So let's talk about these hits. So overall, we in level 1 drop, right? We got a new peak high. Right? This was our previous peak here. We got a new peak high. All right. So we know we pushing down now. Where our daily is between this high and this low, right? But our daily still up. Why? Why is my daily still up? Because we were trading higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. We haven't made a lower low on the daily chart. So the fact we haven't made a lower low, our daily is still up. This is the slowest time frames to choose change of direction is the daily. The second lowest time frame to show a change of direction is the 4-hour. One of the fastest time, well, not one of the fastest. The way we trade, the faster time frame to show the change of direction is in the 30. Right? So primarily, I want my 30 and my 4-hour to match. If my 30 and my 4-hour matches, since I'm a day trader, it's going to move in that direction for that day. Let me rephrase that. There's a higher probability that it's going to move into that direction that I want for that day because I'm trading short term. I'm not trading long term. So the fact that I'm trading short term, I primarily want my 30 minute and my 4-hour to be in sync, right? And I definitely want the market structure. If those two market structures are in sync, I'm in the right place, right? Early signal is when your 30 minute is not in sync with your 4-hour, but your 30 minute is going into the right direction. You're able to gauge where it's going based on the overall 4-hour structure. If you are in a 4-hour pullback, right? So your 30-minute structure will be counter trending. If you are in a 4-hour run, your 30-minute structure will be with the trend, and everything will be with the trend. So that's some gems right there. You need to write that down for you guys and go back and clip this, see what time I set this, and go back after the taping and go back and rewatch this and write this down, Mr. Cristiano, Mr. Muhammad. Write that down because we definitely will be going over that at one point in time in your one-on-one. So write that down. So let's continue here. So our daily, we understand that we up, but we're in a peak formation high. We're waiting for the daily to turn around. Let's drop down to our 4-hour. 4-hour market structure was a 4-hour zone. We're trading between this high and this low in the 4-hour. Everything inside that, it's what? Internal structure to the 4-hour. right? I'm gonna make that clear. Internal structure to the 4-hour. Yeah. Just make sure is GJ. When I'm going over GJ, just watch GJ, right? So boom. So my 4-hour, let me take these weekly moves off, right? So I know that I'm still down. Why? Because I didn't break above, right? Didn't break above the top of the zone. Everything in here was internal structure, right? So let's go down to my 30-minute market structure. 30-minute market structure, we're down. Why we're down, right? We had this sideways movement, then we broke below, lower low, lower high, lower low. Right? Let's fix this. Let's do what it do. Lower high, lower low, lower high, higher low. Right? And we just run it up. I'm not gonna do all these little ones. Gonna wait. Right? But again, we're trading zones, right? So let's update these zones. So 30-minute zone. We're here between this high and this low. Why the high and that low? Why not here? Because let's go back so we kind of understand this, right? For those of you who don't know, I'm gonna go back, right? So at one point in time, we were trading technically between this and this, right? Everything that was happening between here was internal structure. Technically, no, I'm lying to you. Technically, no. There's a pullback missing here. Let me see. Yeah, there's a pullback missing here. I'm gonna fix it so we can get a more realistic. What's really happening? What's happening? Put this on my 30 minute. Right? So realistically speaking, at one point in time, we were trading between this high and this low, right? Price broke. Is this a break? No. Why? Because second is still touching. Is this a break? No. Why? Because it's touching. This is a break. Price broke, right? Next candle. Did it touch? No. Did it close above? No. So this candle does not confirm the break. The one that confirmed the break is the following candle. This green candle. Is it touching? No. Did it close above the green? Yes. This is a break. So price broke out of here, right? And created a new high. So this will be the high. Now, where did the push start that caused that break of that high? Was here. So this will be where it will be. We would have been trading between this zone, right? So if price broke above, we'll be up. If price broke below, we're going down, right? So we're waiting for things to start showing down. So price over here chopping up and down, price broke below. Why? Notice red candle closed below. Second candle, did it touch? No. Did it close below? Yes. Clear break. So now we're broke. Price made a new low. Right now we were trading these higher highs. Now we switched around to lower low. Now we had a change of character on the 30-minute time frame. Right? So the first question is, where did the push start that broke below the zone? Started from here. We move it here. We got a new low. It's here. This is before price retraced back up, right? So now we're trading between this high and this low, right? In order for price to change to the top side, needs to change up here. Price to show a continuation needs to break below. And now we're trading in between this high and this low in this zone. Everything in here is internal structure to this high and this low. Price then broke that low, right? So price broke. Is this a break? Let's go back to this. Red candle, broke. Next candle, green. Number one, is it touching? Yes. Did it close below the red? No. Close above the red. That's not a break. price went up. Over here, red candle, price closed below, perfect. Next candle confirms the break. Hey, did price touch? No. Did price close below? Yes. This candle confirms the break. And for you guys who know how I trade, next candle came and retest. That's my entry, straight wick entry, straight in green. Like there's no discussing what's gonna happen. This is every single fucking time, right? But you have to know your confirmation, how to confirm. What's the conversation internally you should be having in your brain? But if you don't write it down, these gems that I'm giving you guys tonight, how can you possibly have this conversation in real time while this is happening? It's not gonna happen, bro. So with that being said, write this shit down. Write this shit down. So now price officially broke below. Where did the push start that broke this low? Started from up here. So this is the zone, the top of the zone, right? And price made a new low before the pullback. And this is where the low is before the pullback. This is why we're trading in this zone. So my 30-minute is still down. Why? Because we're in lower low, lower high, lower low. Everything between here and here is internal structure. It doesn't change direction. All of this is internal structure. So let's continue. The camera is blurred. You guys want to see me? All right, I'm back. Thank you. Sorry for that. Thank you, Cristiano. Muhammad, I mean. So now that we understand what we're trading, so we had a 3 days of rise drop. After a rise drop comes what? A rise, right? Right on target, right? So everything's good. Now a rise, boom. Now let's think about market structure again. Lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Where would I be looking for my point of interest? Right here, BOS retest. Like this. This is where I'll be looking for my alert to come, right? I want price to retest, then to continue. I hope that makes sense, ladies and gents, right? Again, this be the same thing. This is where my 4 hour will be, right? Price breaks this low. I want price to retest before that continue, right? If this is the 4 hour, take this red off so you guys don't get confused. I want price to break the low, come back and retest where it broke, to then go back down. And how does it look inside of here? Higher high, higher low. Right? Red, 4 hour. Lower high. Right? I'm gonna get a change of character, internal, break a structure, break a structure. Hope that makes sense now. Hope it's making sense, bro. I can't make it more sense than this. This is a Picasso drawing today, bro. I'm drawing more than I've drawn the last couple weeks combined. Teaching too much today. This is what you get on the 101. So if you join the Discord, request 101s, we'll go over this on a more detailed type of setting instead of just here on a live for a quick 5 seconds. And these 5 seconds, 20 seconds clips, sound bites, you're a guru already. No, there's a lot more. There's a lot more stuff that goes into this guy. So take advantage of it. It's free. Why not? So here are my targets. So this, and notice two things. Right? I technically have two targets. So let's get these targets down pat. So we have in the 30-minute, we have this lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So I want my 30-minute retest to be here, right? Then I also have 4 hour market structure lingering right around, right? So I'm going to put this one blue so I understand. 4 hour. Sorry, 4 hour BOS. So we understand. So we're not getting confused. Put this 30 minutes. Even though it's red, I'm gonna leave it like that because it's red. Just the colors should automatically know. Blue is 4 hour, red is 30-minute, black it's daily. So we understand, right? So it's lingering around. So I want price to come around this area to give me that retest to continue to go down, right? One thing to keep in mind, this internal structure, we're getting these micro higher highs, higher lows. Look, we're making higher lows, right? It's showing uptrend, right? We're getting these higher highs, also equal highs here, right? So I want price to, hey, go up, hit my targets around here, then give me my change of direction to continue to go down, right? This is what I want to see, right? This was smart money concepts teach us too. Similar, right? They're going to use fair value gaps, imbalances, um, breaker blocks, order blocks, um, roadblocks, whole bunch of different shit that's gonna confuse you too. Fair value, I already said so. Imbalances, sweeps, a whole bunch of shit. Right? Flip zones, even though I use flip zones, but they're gonna use a lot of stuff. Fancy words. If you don't know the definition, this is the thing. Like trading is all about understanding these definitions, I believe, right? Because I can speak to you in a trading terminology, but does it make sense to the masses? Right? It's like a doctor. You go to a doctor's office, they want to use medical terminology on someone who doesn't know medical terminology. It sounds gibberish to you. Trading is the same way. The simpler terminology you can use to describe something instead of, especially you're a newbie, you don't really know these definitions of certain, what's a FVG? What's a fair value gap? Even a CHOCH, CHOCH, what's a change of character? Right? Even something like that, or BOS. What's a BOS? Break of structure. What is that? Right? If you don't understand these terminologies, you're not really grasping what is being said or what's being taught, right? Because it's kind of like gibberish. Like I think it is what it is. If you thinking something is something without that confirmation that you're kind of lost in the sauce, bro. So trading terminology is key. So make sure you guys are taking some time out to learn these terminologies and ask questions. The fastest way to learn is to ask questions. Stop being shy, right? Ask the questions. Look, you're laughing, right? You understand. You know what I'm talking about. It'd be gibberish. Um, so yeah. So with that being said, we have some points of interest. We have some targets, and they're already set up. So I'm going to continue to watch this. GJ's looking good. My 30 minutes down, my 4 hours down, right? It's overall with my market makers pattern, level one drop, right? And I know my daily is going to take time for it to reach that, right? We have to break this low down here for the daily to be in sync, all three time frames. So we got a long way to go, but we're going to get there. So GJ is still on the books for me. All right, so let's continue here. Start from the top, 4 hour. So, what are we? GU. So GU, where are we? Level two rise, right? We broke out of the consolidation zone to the top side. All right, so our daily is up. We look at the daily market structure. We having these. We were prior to this high and this low. We were between here and here, right? Then price. Actually, no. We were between up here and down here, right? Then price changed above now. So let's take a look. Did we break this low? Right? Remember, two things need to happen. Candle first, close below the zone. Second candle needs to close below the first candle and not touch the zone. Notice green candle came back above. So we did not break. We tested this low. right? Which is cool. So we understand that our daily's still up. Let's go our 4 hour. 4 hour, first thing I want to bring into our attention is that we got 2 weeks of drop, right? Second thing I want to bring into attention is that did we get a new low for the week? Yes. Notice how this candle, first candle of the week, right? Even though it started lower, it gapped lower than push up, but we do have an opening price lower or set price lower than the following week Friday, right? So we already made a new low for the week. Even that they used a gap to make the new low for the week, we got a new low for the week already on the first candle, right? And again, trading is about these fine details. It's not about, oh, let me look for, no, you have to understand these fine details. These little details make a big difference in trading, right? So we got that under control. Next thing I want to see is my market structure, right? Level 2 rise, my daily is up. What is my 4 hour? Right now, my 4 hour is down. Why? Let's take a look. High, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, low, right? Lower low calls to what? Change of character. Notice where the lower high hit, right? Price broke, retest where? Right where the change of character happened, and then continue and push and made that lower low, right? So we have a change of character on the 4 hour time frame down. So this is why our 4 hour is down. We can see that, right? So right now we just draw it with the pen, right? If you're trading, you're looking for this to continue to go down, right? This is what an average every trader will be looking for right now for this to happen, right? But remember, overall we're up, right? Our daily zone. So that daily zone, I'm expecting it to hold. I'm expecting to price to get up here. When price gets here, it's going to be a lot of short sellers, right? Price may come down a little bit, but then what I'm waiting for it to do is to give me the higher high, right? Give me that change of character. Because in order for it to change to the top side, I need to break above here. And this is going to give these people what they want. What do they want? They want these bats and garlies and all this so they could trade down, and then they're going to get them. Notice how it looks just like it. I ain't do it on purpose. It's just the way it looks. I promise you. So they're going to wait for all that. Let them wait, right? They got to trick them. That's the only way they can get paid is by tricking them. They did it here for them again. They're all here, and then boom. Feed them. They fed them. So they're waiting for them to get, they're waiting to get fed again. Let them get fed. So my 4 hours down, we understand that, right? Now let's go to the 30-minute time frame, right? This is, well, let's look at the 4 hour zone first, right? Bugging. So my 4 hour zone, right? We are trading, technically that's not it. I just moved it before class. So a 4 hour zone was here, right? Because this is where the push started. They broke. They caused the change of character. Price broke, then gave us a pullback, right? So where did the push start that broke? Started here. This is why I have it here. So I'm waiting for the low to be set so I can set that low, right? I don't have a pullback yet, a 4 hour pullback for me to put this low here as a set low. So I'm going to leave it here where it was. I'm going to leave it like that so we understand where we are, right? Now, let's go to our 30-minute time frame. What does our 30-minute market structure look like, right? We're simple, lower lows, lower highs. Lower low, lower high structure. So it's downtrend structure. So we need to wait for that 30-minute time frame to change back to the top. And that's what I'm waiting for. Right? We have, again, new lows were set. New lows were set, right? So what's our trading zone right now? Our 30-minute zone. 30-minute trading zone is between here and here, right? And why I say that, let's go from here so we kind of understand why we moved it from there to there, right? So at one point we were trading between this high and this low. Everything internal, then price broke out of there. Once price broke out of there, created a new low. Where did the push come from that broke the low? It started here. So this would be the top of the zone, and this will be the bottom of the zone. Everything here is internal. So now what I want to see happen, right? I want to see price turn around. Where will price turn around? Here or here? A or B? Let's go, Mr. Muhammad. Question. A or B for the change of character? A will be here or B will be here. Which one? Here or B? What you think? Here or here? For a change of character on a 30-minute time frame for us to know that we're starting to push up. A or B? You saying A? No, sir. Come on, Cristiano. You got to brush up. Not there. Why? Everything that's happening between this high and this low, this is all internal structure. In order for price to give us a change of direction, has to be, no, B, yes, correct, B, has to be up here, right? It has to be up here because we're trading between this high and this low. Everything in here is internal structure, right? So when price breaks above up here, change of character up here for our 30-minute change of character, then we know we're trading up. So I want price to break above. My bad, though. It's okay, my brother. I know you know. You should know. At least we've been to too many classes for you not to know. It's all good, right? So we understand what we're waiting for. Price to come above here. Give me that change of character when I know that we're trading up officially. Because anything can happen here. You may think this is where they get inexperienced traders all the time. They get them to think, oh, we had a change of character. You're waiting, you waiting for that pullback there for price to go up. And what do they end up doing? They ended up faking you out. They ended up you thinking it's gonna be there, right? And boom, they continue going. And they do that all the time. Then they continue the price. This is what happens. So there's two things that I always talk about. A, you have to know where your zones are. You have to know where the previous lower high is or where the previous higher low, depending on the direction of the trend, obviously. In this situation, it's lower high. The previous lower high is here, the top of the zone. In order for you to get a change of direction, it has to beat the previous lower high. This is not a confirmed lower high. Why? On the downtrend speaking wise. Because we don't have a lower low. Right? This is not a confirmed higher low. Why? Because we don't have a higher high. So the fact that we don't have the next piece of the segment is not a confirmed thing. Once, if we get this higher high up here, then this is a confirmed higher low. But until then, it's not a confirmed higher low. Because then we'll be changing this to be what? Where did the push start that broke and caused this change of character? Will be here. And then we'll have a new high. And then we'll know we'll be trading between this zone. And we know that price change characters to come to the top. This is why these zones are very important. This is how some people say, well, market structure don't work. Oh yeah, but it caused a change of direction. It has a change of character. From where? If you discuss in here, this is internal structure. If we're talking about the previous lower high, now we're talking. But anything in internal structure, it's not what we're trading, bro. Right? And technically, the internal structure, just so you guys know, The internal structure, the skeleton of the 30-minute time frame is the 5-minute time frame. If we go to the 5-minute time frame right now, I'm going to go for you real quick. You will see that this is lower lows, lower highs. Just pull back to the bottom. A smaller time frame. Notice lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, low because it's never broke. Lower high, low, lower high, low, lower high, low. Right? It's going to be like that. And you have these higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher high. Right? What will be the zone over here? The zone will be here and down here, right? Because this is higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. The zone will be here, between here and here. Price is just consolidating between those two, right? So technically here is where you'll be looking for your trade. Where? If it's higher high, higher low, where are you looking for? Right here. And there's 3 variations. Price can come touch and reject. Price could go a little bit below and reject, or price could be a little bit above and reject. There's 3 variations. Lower time frame is more difficult to see. Have to have more experience to be able to see this in the lower time frame. But the lower time frame is the same shit. Then price broke above and created what? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Right? And we're trapped. We're trapped between what? Here and here. Right? So this is where scalpers come in. Right? When they come up here, I'm trading short, get out. When it come here, I trade up, get out. When it comes here again, trade short. When it comes here, again, trade out. This is what scalpers do. Lower time frame. We could break this down even lower. It's going to be the same shit in a lower time frame. It's the same shit. Again, but you have to understand your zones. Just think about it. These are just straight up zones. Same shit we trading in zones. Price moves, expands, right? Right? This is called accumulation, and this is called distribution. This is accumulate, distribute. But they have to do 2 things. They have to 3 things. They have to trap false real, right? They have to accumulate. They have to fake you to the bottom. That's why the accumulation was literally between there. They faked you to the bottom and then they move, right? There's 3 things have to happen. I'll talk about it in my one-on-ones. Make sure to join, bro. Make sure to join the Discord. A lot of knowledge. And it's way easier to understand. And I know that for a fact. So they gotta manipulate. They gotta accumulate, manipulate, distribute. Accumulate, manipulate, distribute. Trap, false, real. Right? Consolidation, stop hunt, then rise, or stop hunt and then drop. It's the same thing. Everyone's talking about the same thing. All right. So we're waiting. Very simple. We're just waiting. Right? It's a waiting game, guys. It's a waiting game. Waiting for they move, we move. They don't move, I don't move. I don't control these markets. They do. So when they move, when they decide they're moving, that's when I decide I'm moving. So we understand. Everyone's clear. I hope you guys are clear what the play is. Wait for the change of character. I have my alert already set. Right? We at the bottom of the daily, which is gonna hold. You can't just break a daily bottom zone with no real price momentum or crazy news release or something crazy that needs to happen. Right? We need to wait for that. So we got that. We got that intact. Right? What's that? What's up there? Let me delete that. Yes. Right? So we're waiting for that. Next, USDCAD. And this is a trade I took today. Well, I took it last night. I posted it on Discord. Right? While playing Call of Duty. Right? It's clear. And these are my identify the target. We had the target was the retest. Right? If you're looking at this correctly, we had this higher high, higher low, higher high. Where will be my target? The higher high. So I'm waiting for price to pull back to the previous higher high and take a trade from there to the take a trade of the higher low to the higher high, right? That was the play here. right? But look how many days in one rise. So I know that if anything, they're going to catch people thinking that they caught a 38.6 retracement on the fib. 38.2 retracement on fib, not 0.6. 38.2 retracement on the fib to push. And if it pushed 38.2, the target is negative 61.8. I know what they're doing. We know, we already know. So I'm going to fall short of that, right? I'm going to take profit at the last high because that's where they're going to be manipulating fake breakouts to people who don't understand that two things need to happen. Price needs to A, close above, then the confirmation candle cannot touch and has to close above, right? And if you notice, none of these candles show that type of behavior. But an experience or not knowing the whole information will cause you to think the price broke up out of and a continuation is happening. And that's why I'm going to continue with the trade. Those little details, guys, keep saying that, right? So price dropped. Pull my trade up real quick so you guys can see. So 5-minute time frame. My trades in this pair. So very simple market structure also. Identify my target. What was my target? Break a structure retest. Identify 3 pushes to the target, right? Drop 1, push 2, push 3. Identify an anchor, right? To the top side is a W, and engulfing candles that clears the zone with no wick. There was no engulfing candle that cleared with no wick, right? We just got pure just, price just broke out of it, right? So identify my flip zone. Here's my flip zone. Identify a break of the flip zone, right? Price broke. Why? Green candle, next green candle, right? Candle broke out. The following candle, right? This is my confirmation candle, is this one, right? A, is this candle touching the line? No. Did it close above? Yes. Confirm break, right? Confirm a pullback, right? That doesn't break, right? Usually is a wick, but I'm in a 5-minute time frame. So 5-minute time frame, we're gonna have a candle. So price came, didn't break. I waited for when? I waited for price to come above. Once I saw price, right? Because if I would have took it in this green candle, I could have got faked out. Because next candle could have been red. I waited for price to come back above. When price broke above, I entered, right? And I had my TP already set, right? This was 16 pips. But I actually took an earlier trade than that, if you notice here, right? I took it off the low because I was in lower time frame watching it. So as soon as it retest and I saw my candles that engulfed, right? I got in on the lower time frame, right? But this is just to show you these rules and how to apply the rules in a 5-minute chart, right? And if I was looking, I'm not gonna take trades off the low. I just knew that it was Sunday. Sunday rules, Sunday, Monday rules, they're totally different rules, right? Sunday, Monday acts as a continuation of the previous week. So this was technically a continuation trade, right? But pretty standard, guys. Again, what happens? We got this higher high, higher low to push that higher high, higher low, and it bounced right off, right? And then created this consolidation at the top to fall back in, right? Which that's what I was expecting, right? Accumulation, manipulation to the top. Look how many times they manipulated the top and distribute to the bottom, right? I just took advantage of knowing those 3 phases. Trap falls real, stop, hunt, rise, drop, right? Stop, hunt, rise, drop, right? The numbers, it's a game, guys. And once you understand the rules of the game and how they're playing this game, right, you'll be able to participate a little bit more efficiently, effectively, with less stress. Because I was definitely playing Warzone last night while this is just taking profits. And that's basically it. So when it comes to USD CAD, let's take a look overall again, right? Let's map this out. Take this off, 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 take this off. All right, so Where are we? We in level 2 rise. Why are we in level 2 rise? Did we break out of the daily zone? Look, this was the higher. Let's take a look, right? Again, very simple. Bright candle, closed above. Following candle. Two things need to happen. A, did it close above the previous candle? Yes. Is it touching? No. Confirm break. Level 2 rise. Now I know we started the rise party. We're broke out. We're making level 2 rise. Technically, it's not level 2, level 3 rise. Sorry. Level 3 rise to peak high. So I know we're already started the rise party for this, right? The fact that I already know that, I know what's next. So I know that I'm up. My daily is up. Level 3 rise, daily is up, right? That's two confluences, right? Even to take the trade that I took, right? 4-hour structure. How we looking? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, high, higher low, push to the higher high, right? 4-hour structure is up. No talking about that, right? Now, we're given the pullback. Where will be my 4-hour target? Anybody want to take a guess? Great session here. I'm going to sleep. Have a good night. Thank you, my brother. The pullback will be where? The last higher low, right? I mean, the last higher high. Higher high, higher low, high, higher low, higher high. So price, I want price to pull back here on the 4-hour time frame to then continue, right? Want it to retest, BOS retest. Put it blue. We're going to put 4-hour so we understand which retest we're looking for, right? We in the 4-hour chart. Want price to pull up, come back to continue, right? This is what I want to see happen. This is where my point of interest is, my 4-hour point of interest. Put 4-hour BOS. Fix my alert. 4-hour BOS retest. Right? So when price gets there, that's what I want to be focused on. Price pulls back there. Now, I need to understand, right? In a lower time frame, which will be my 30, what can I see here? Higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, lower low. So my 30-minute time frame, I know we broke down to the bottom just by seeing this. I know we broke. We had a change of character on my 30 minutes. Let's take a look at it. Right? We had all these higher highs. Right? Let's take a look at the zone. This is important too. Right? We're in this top of the zone. Price broke below the zone. Take a look, guys. Change it higher. Right? Break a structure retest. Notice all these entries. Just like I told you, variations. This one touched. This one went below. This one touch. Right? This one touch. This one touch. This one missed it, right? Above. Notice the variations all day long. They're not gonna give it to you perfect every day because they love you so much. They love you, Johnny boy, and they want you to take advantage and make money every day. No, they're not gonna do that. You have to understand the different ways they're gonna do the same shit to you. Right? So we have all this. So we understand we're in this zone. Price broke below. Right? We have a confirmed break. Why? This candle, A, is a touch it? No. Did it close below the previous? Yes. Break. Period. Clean. Now I know. So my 30-minute is down. Am I going to be trading this? Absolutely not. I'm a day trader. Can't take a trade now. 30-minute down. I want to wait for this to turn up. right? So where did the push start that broke? It started up here. So very simple. Same shit, just moving it to where it is, right? Is this a new low? I don't know. I'm even gonna have all this right. So we had to change the character here. The expectation for a lot of people is what? Price to come here, retest from here to continue going, right? Because if we trading market structure, that's the expectation. That's the expectation for the market structure, right? But I want to see price change back to the top side for me to participate. So when we looking at the daily move, we had this down, whoop, everything looks good there, right? So this is not a pair I'm going to be trading. So this is one I'm turning off. As much as I love, I'm turning off, right? I'm waiting for that pullback to be set also. Remember, blue has a run, needs that pullback to then give it another run. Give us this higher high on the 4-hour time frame, higher low, make it so we can really see it. Give us this higher high, right? I want to see him make a higher low to then go to the higher high. This is what I want to see. And again, price could come here, do it here. Price could wick below, or price could fall short and continue, just like it did here. Went below a little bit, touched it, touched it, touched it, fell short from, pushed up. So there's so many different things you can do. You do it every day. Notice, I've been trading this for weeks, right? Touched, touched, fell below, didn't touch, right? A little bit above, on it, right? Then here change, right? Consolidation. So very simple, guys. So I'm waiting for the same behavior. Nothing different. Nothing different. Same shit, different day. And every pair is the same thing. Notice how the trading criteria, what I'm looking for, did not change between none of these 8 pairs thus far, or 7 pairs, 6 pairs thus far. Right? Nothing has changed. It's still the same thing. So USD CAD, I'm stepping away, waiting for price to reach my targets, guys. Or give me that change of character up here to show back that we're up. Do I have an alert for that? No. Still not gonna do that shit today. Gold. So let's start from the top on gold for all you gold traders. This is the last one that we really look at. Daily market structure. All right, so gold. Gold, we in level 3 rise, right? Had the peak, first zone of consolidation, level 2 rise, second zone of consolidation, V2, and level 3 rise, right? Right now we're trading between this high and this low on the daily chart. So our daily is up. Going to the 4-hour market structure. 4-hour market structure, what we were trading higher highs, higher lows until we had what? A change of character. Notice how price changed. And where's price targeting now? Price broke, and look, retesting. We previous have 2 weeks of drop. So what's the expectation of this week? A new low, right? Before what? The price pushes back up, right? So our 4 hours down. We understand that. We have previous 2 weeks of drop. We expecting a third week low, a new low for this new week coming up, right? 30-minute structure, right? That has changed. Just by the look of it. No, we are on it. So we were doing all these higher highs and higher lows, high, low, and price broke, changed characters. Notice where it went to retest, exactly what the change of character happened. Made a lower low, notice the lower high, one of the variations, did not touch, did not go over, didn't even touch, right? You expecting this, but what did it do? it went below, right? Notice a variation to it, right? Made a new low, lower low, right? So what's the zone? Between here and here. Everything here is internal structure. So when price breaks above here, we know that a 30 minutes back to the top side. And right now we just testing. We haven't broken above, right? Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, right? I don't really trade gold, so but I do watch it, right, to see where it's at. So we haven't changed to the top side yet. So once we change to the top side, then we can start to participate. The 30-30. The 30-30 is a little bit different the way you trade because it's strictly market structure, right? So if you guys been following this since last week, this drawing was drawn last week. Exactly what I've been talking about all day today, right? We're waiting for that 4 hour structure to be built up for us to participate because this pullback, this 4 hour pullback, this blue, this 4 hour pullback consists of that internal skeleton, which is lower lows, lower highs, till it reaches here. Then I want to change the character, break a structure retest for that continuation. This is what I want to see here. And right now, what are we getting? We had to change the character to the bottom, lower low, lower high, right? We just testing. I want to see price change to the top side so we can start participating, going back to the top side. Understanding that the target is the previous what? Higher high point, right? This is the current higher high. This is the previous higher high. Current higher high, previous higher high. So I'm going to price to pull back to the previous higher high point for me, right, to participate. This is my point of interest. So we on target, guys. It's that simple. We just on target. We need to wait. We just need to wait. Wait out. Need to wait for things to turn around in a lower time frame. That's basically it. Let's drop down. So we have low, lower high, lower low. Right? Let's see if it broke. Price, yes it did. Why did it break? We have red candle, close below, confirmation candle is this one. A, is it touching? No. B, close below the previous red candle. Yes, broke. It broke. So now we have a new bottom of a zone. And this bottom is a good bottom out. Why is that, guys? Because again, like I told you guys, once all three time frames are in sync, meaning not in sync, but the zones are in sync. Like in this situation, you have the 30-minute, the 4 hour, and the daily zone overlapping. You know this is a stronghold. Like this is gonna hold. This is not gonna just break. You're breaking 3 time frames. It has to be a lot of momentum. It has to be like NFP, right? Another great thing, another tail signal for us. We just completed a 372. 3 days of drop. After 3 days of drop, the market must chop or rise. So today's consolidation or rise. It ain't continuation today. It ain't continuation today. So today's a good day to trade US30, right? Our 30-minute is down. It's down, right? It's not up, right? We need to wait. We have a tight change of character here too. So US30, I'm having that on there. Put in that blue now because we just completed that 3rd day. But I'm still watching it. And last but not least, US30. So US30 we trade, BTC. Same thing with BTC. If you guys think it's something different, like, oh, how do they trade BTC? Same way. It hasn't changed. We had levels of drop, peak low. We had zones of consolidation on the way up, same shit. Level 1 rise, consolidate. Level 2 rise, consolidate. We're in level 3 rise. L3R. Level 3 rise, right? Very simple. So right now we know we're on the up and up, right? We had a previous 2 months of rise. So what was this month? Third month of rise. It was a no-brainer. Like this month was a no-brainer. October, oh, the election, whatever you say, bro. Right? We knew we needed a reason for it to continue. So, and for those of you who are new, who hasn't been here for a while, go back to September, go back to July's classes, and you're gonna hear us say the same thing. So we previously had weeks of rise. This week, am I expecting the price to close? Again, we can make new highs for the week, but I'm more worried with the close. To close higher than when it started during the week. No, that's not the expectation, right? That's not. This is why now is not a trade that I will day trade going up. Doesn't mean that an investment cannot be made for long term, but a day trade is different, right? So we know that level 3 rise, our daily is up, right? 4-hour market structure is up, right? We can see we're making higher highs, higher lows, right? We haven't had a pullback yet on the 4-hour chart. So that's letting me know, like, at some point in time, we're going to get a 4-hour pullback, right? A 4-hour pullback will be a week of price going the opposite way. Especially with this pull up, you need a nice pullback. After a big run like this, you get a nice pullback, right? So we have that 30-minute structure. We still up, right? Price was making these higher highs, higher lows, and we're technically trapped right now between this high and this low. Everything's internal structure here, and you can notice that it's just chopping up and down in the zone, creating sideways movement. And sideways movement is also known as what? Consolidation, right? So price right now is consolidating. You missed that first bull run. You missed that run. Now it's consolidating. You got people, you got people cashing out and you got people getting in, right? So it has to wait for people to get back in. You probably have some people shorting this. I don't know why would you do that, but you probably have some smart people that doesn't believe that it's going to continue to go up, that they're shorting. We haven't complete level 3 rise. So, and what I mean by that is just simple. If we look at the last level that it went up, we still got a little bit more to look from the bottom to the top, right? We're from the bottom to the top. We still got a little bit to go before it levels out. Then we know, like, okay, it completed the same amount of last push, right? And even if we start off well, we got all the way to 100 at least for us to get up there, right? So over here, we got to wait until what? 98, almost 100. We still got 8 more thousand to go before we can say, okay, now we need to wait to see what's the next play for them, right? So we still got a little bit way more to go. And that's basically it, gentlemen. I had a day of what yesterday was. I don't know why. When I start the day, there's no candle here. When the day ends, they fill in this candle. This was a gap. So you guys know, so watching in my broker here in this and whatever FXCM, this was a gap. The beginning of the day. When the market opened, it started here. 5 p.m. started here. This candle did not exist. Should I took a picture of that? So we got a day of consolidation. Right? Let me know. Down, up, consolidate, right? No movement. Just moving sideways right now. Between this high and this low. So, and that's about it, guys. So a lot of gems today. Still a couple things to be watching. Right? A couple good trades could happen. And that's about it, guys. So don't forget, tomorrow, 7 a.m. is the live trading session with Mr. Jumper. Make sure to join. And tomorrow, 7 p.m., come back to the isolation class and see what's the results from our class today and what's to come for the next day. So, guys, Make sure to give this a like. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to join the Discord. It's free. The link is in the bio, is in the description, is in the chat. And I see you tomorrow. Peace out.